Oakwood Grain Africa Limited, Oakwood Grain, in collaboration with the African Export-Import Bank, Afreximbank, and the Gambia, of course, Investment and Export Promotion Agency, organized the second edition of the Afreximbank Roadshow 2023 with a view to support the Africa trade agenda. The theme for this year's event is sustaining the intra-Africa trade drive and navigating the last mile. Yahya Jammeh attended the opening ceremony and she files in this report.
The roadshow will serve to reinforce and activate various initiatives aimed at driving Gambia's participation in intra-Africa trade. The forum will also feature the launch of the Intra-Africa Trade Fair scheduled for 21st to 27 November 2023 in Ivory Coast. The African Export-Import Bank, Afreximbank, seeks to commit up to $500 million in financing to support the revival of agriculture, growth of the financial sector, and instruction of a world-class tourism and trade logistics infrastructure in the Gambia. The program's four key focus areas were improving microeconomic management frameworks, strengthening the public sector, promoting sustainable inclusive growth, and investing in human capital. It will further serve as a follow-up on discussion commenced with the key government and businesses entailed in the country on various funding initiatives embarked upon. Mr. Boaz Saidi, Governor Central Bank of the Gambia, commended the efforts of Oakwood Grain Africa for organizing such a significant program. He urges for steadfastness and focus in the realization of outlined goals, saying this event marks as an important step.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this special event marks an important step towards the fulfillment of objectives of accelerating economic growth, stable exchange rate, and low inflation. The road to achieving these objectives might be bumpy. We are, however, resolute to see that these are attainable for macroeconomic stability. We are honored to be partnering with an important institution like Afreximbank and hereby lend support to this noble initiative on the theme sustaining the intra-Africa trade drive, navigating the last miles. While the initiative is expected to discuss appropriate financing opportunities that the business and banking community could tap into, there would be knowledge exchange in managerial and technical skills, which are immensely beneficial to the participants. I therefore encourage all participants to take advantage of the platform offered by the roadshow to emerge with concrete actions, with clear indicators of success.
Mr. Kanayo Owani, Executive Vice President, Intra-African Bank, said Afreximbank is a fundamental player in resolving Africa's long-standing challenges and providing possible economic and infrastructural development.
Last year we gathered here. We have sown some seeds. Some have sprouted on the way to blooming, evidenced by some of the transactions that the Executive Vice President spoke about that are originating in the Gambia today, some in trade, some in hospitality, some in health. But this is just the beginning. We've scratched the surface. Think about it for a second. Afreximbank is a $35 billion bank. We have our own bank to solve our own problems. But I guess one of the problems is knowledge of the existence of Afrexim. The GDP of the Gambia is about 2-something billion. Put it in perspective. So it means that it is very possible for economic and infrastructural development to be powered by our bank, Afreximbank.
Following last year's roadshow, which witnessed the participation of over 500 businesses, the transaction of these companies are currently at various stages of the approval process with Afreximbank, and the outcome is expected to facilitate their business growth and improve their access to finance and other forms of support services. The 2023 event will also provide the opportunity to entails that could not be engaged last year to explore positive funding of structural support from both Afreximbank and Oakwood. For Eyeafrica News, ICTVI Kujabi.